welcome back. It's Remel London. I know I've been away for ages. It means I've been working hard. I decided I wanted to share with you a little bit of my adventures recently. I went to Amsterdam. It was so much fun, so chilled, so relaxed, such a good break. And so I wanted to share my 5 things you need to know about Amsterdam if you're a first timer. We're going down, down, baby. No street in the rainbow. Boom, boom, baby. Going down, baby. Huh?
You don't know the words to it.
Well, I like the song though. We're going down, down, baby. Something in her November. Yeah, it's like Nelly. So, number 1. First time going to Amsterdam, we checked out the Eurostar. It was a bit more expensive than we expected, and at the minute there's no direct route to Amsterdam from London, so it worked out to be cheaper to get that aeroplane. We went from Stansted Airport, which was really quick and easy. We came from East London, Central London, so really quick and easy. Got to Amsterdam and was like, right, we know Uber is available in Amsterdam, but do we want to use it? So we got a quote from the airport to where we were staying, and it was like a 20-minute drive. They quoted 35 to 40 euros. We were like, rotted and to bumper. That is a lot. We checked Uber. It literally said like 20 to 25. Now we told them, oh, Uber's 20 to 25. They're like, nah, sorry. This is our rate. So Uber actually really came in handy. I know we're having trouble with Uber in the UK, but Uber really came in handy when we was in Amsterdam. We used it quite a few times to get from the centre to our hotel, or you know, when you get tired and we couldn't be bothered to like walk everywhere or be adventurous with the bikes, we got the Uber. So I highly recommend checking prices in comparison with maybe the tram. If you want to get the bikes and hire, that's your thing, do it. If you want to walk everywhere, do it. But for us, Uber came in handy a lot of the time, and it wasn't as expensive as we expected it to be. So definitely there's lots of options for transport, and Uber was our friend. So that's a tip for you. Number 2, now I did just mention the bikes. Beware of the bikes in Amsterdam. Listen, bikes run things in Amsterdam. It's no joke. There's a pedestrian lane, a bike lane, a car lane, a tram lane, and then repeat on the other side. It's insane. Like, crossing the road is, you have to be focused, like super focused. We were shook crossing the roads, and we actually considered getting and hiring bikes. After we saw how it runs, we were like, nah, sorry, I don't think I'm a confident bike rider, you know, because they were zoom, 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 zoom. And the thing is, the disrespect, the cyclists do not care about the road safety. Like, we was in like an Uber, or we was like walking down the road. The cyclists, once it's green for them, they're like, right of way, no bro, you're gonna hit me over, or you're gonna get licked down by a car. There's so many times where we almost saw people get hit, and the cyclists didn't really seem to blink an eye. So seriously, beware of cyclists, beware of the bike lanes. Look left, look right. From a London perspective, obviously the traffic goes the opposite way, so we had to get in our heads that a lot of the time you might have to look left, or you might have to look right in a time where you're not used to doing that. So 100,000,000,000% beware of the bikes. It's dangerous. If you are adventurous, I do kind of regret not hiring a bike and giving it a try, but seriously, I love my life. I had things to come back to. I had jobs where I needed my legs and limbs intact, so I thought, you know what, maybe the cycling isn't for us, and yeah, maybe in the future I'll give it another go, but this trip, no. For a first timer, no, cycling was not for me, so beware. Number 3, alright, so I know a lot of you are familiar with Amsterdam's Redlight District. So the Redlight District is basically an area that allows women or men or transgender people, I've heard there's loads of different areas, but we went specifically to the Redlight District, where women are allowed to prostitute themselves legally. So how it works is they stand in the window, they kind of like, you know, seduce you in a way that you may have not been tantalized before, and And basically, you can go as a customer, you can go up to the women and say how much, and they will give you a fee of how much it is to have sex or whatever you're into. So we were walking through the red light district, and my boyfriend did tell me you're not allowed to use your phones. Like, having your phone out is totally not a thing. We did see a police officer, like police parading around, kind of keeping in check, and women were pointing out if people did take out their phones, because they are totally against it. So I say we, like my boyfriend was looking for directions on his phone. We didn't realise there was a woman when we came out of an arcade in her window box doing her thing, and he kind of held up his phone about, like, literally, he was, you know when you're reading your phone and you're like this, she literally was like on the window, no, don't film. And I was like, no, it's all right. You know, I did everything in my power to show her that he was not filming her, because I was like worried for him of how she would react, because obviously she's gonna assume a man is filming me. And I was like, no, it's fine. And she was like, cool. And I was like, cool. I don't know how me and her had some kind of thing going on, but she was like, cool. And I was like, do your thing, girl. So beware, if you know friends that are fast and foolish, please do not take out your phone in the red light district, because that is a crime. You will get arrested. I've been told this is common knowledge, but for a first timer, you might not know this, and you might not have a friend like me to tell you what you can and cannot do in Amsterdam. So first timers, please keep your phones in your pockets. It is an interesting experience to walk through an area where prostitutes are just prostituting, but like, I went there to check on my girls, innit? Obviously, but I ain't got no girls, I'm not a pimp, but sorry, that's terrible. But yeah, I do strongly suggest, like, if you are going to visit it and you are intrigued by it, do not take out your phone. And the red light district is actually all over central Amsterdam. It's so easy to accidentally stumble into it, which sometimes we did actually accidentally stumble into the red light district. So just be aware that there are women who are trying to protect their image in some form or shape. Number 4, right. Now this is real recognized real. We know everyone, or a lot of people go to Amsterdam to smoke weed. It's legal in Amsterdam to smoke weed and cannabis. I'm not a smoker, however, I did inquire a lot about space cakes, weed. I was so curious. We went to coffee shops, so curious. I just wanted to know what it was all about. One thing, they're super anti-tobacco. Like, they hate it, and I respect that. Like, if you're gonna smoke weed, keep your weed clean. They do herbal mixes, but no tobacco is allowed, which is sick. Like, I feel like it's a lot. If you're using weed for cannabis for a medicinal purpose, I think that's sick, that it's pure, it's clean, and it's a more of a natural high, I guess you can call. And space cakes, I heard so much about space cakes before I went to Amsterdam, and so I asked as well myself, I've got serious information for you. Be careful when you take space cakes. They will send you to space, quite literally. So if you're not a non-smoker, the recommended amount of a space cake is either like a quarter. Now they usually come like this, like either as a muffin or a square. A quarter or half maximum if you're not used to smoking weed and you're not used to getting high. Because any more than that, it can send you to space. Like, you will be doolally. And I've been told people have like hallucinated in like the maddest ways. I've been told people have been high for like a week. Imagine being high for a week. That's not fun. So yeah, man, I definitely think if you want to be experimenting, because obviously it's legal out there, if you want to have a go and you want to try it, go for it. Be safe, be aware, but ask about the recommended amount of the space cake you should have. And also, if you do find yourself getting high, listen, I went to town on my research, you know. If you do find yourself getting high and like you feel uncontrollable, or like you're hallucinating, you feel sick, you feel unwell from it, find yourself a small quiet corner and have some sugar. And although a high can take about 2, 3, maybe 5 hours, it will help calm you down. Also, space cakes are a lot slower in the reaction. So it might take about an hour for a space cake to actually come into your system. So if you take it in 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, you're like, oh, I'm not feeling anything, let me have more. Do not do that. Do not do that. It will kick in, it will kick you hard, it will Hadouken you, because is it Hadouken or Hadouken? Hadouken is the got my research team working in the back. Yeah, it will KO you in the most ridiculous way. Am I talking from experience? Maybe, I don't know. Let's move on. Okay, tip number 5, right. So we've mentioned hiring bikes, riding around, enjoying Amsterdam. We've mentioned the Redlight District. We've mentioned going to coffee shops and smoking weed, cannabis. There are other things to do in Amsterdam. We had such a great time. We went sightseeing. We just went for walks. Like, we just enjoyed being in the area. We went on a canal ride. I'm not gonna lie, that was a little bit boring. But there is a brilliant place called Lookout. It is Europe's highest swing, and I definitely recommend it. And I've actually got 5 things to do for a £5 in Amsterdam. That's my next video, because the Lookout swing is actually a £5. So definitely find out other things to do in Amsterdam other than the Redlight District and smoking weed in coffee shops, because that is not what Amsterdam is about. And I was so pleasantly surprised to just enjoy the beauty of Amsterdam. I went for a run, I felt good, I felt relaxed. Our hotel was Bath, and it was called Amity Park Hotel. If you ever want a recommendation, I would recommend that. It's 4-star. The breakfast was a little bit weak, but other than that, it was a great trip. So these are my 5 things to know for a first time in Amsterdam. If you do go, enjoy. If not, share this, let them know. I know loads of people have been going to Amsterdam recently, so this might help them out. So it's me, Remel London. Deuces.